Hello, gents. It's R.P.M. here. And as the modern woman has completely priced herself out of the market, I ask you, why pay to settle when you can pay for exactly what you want? With such models as Nava, Lashandra, and for those of you who want a little more junk in the trunk, Haley and her twin sister Bailey, you can find exactly what you want at the Dollhouse, DC Dollhouse, or the Dollhouse San Antonio. And remember, gents, when the power goes out, feminism will go out right along with it. However, your doll will never experience this. When you're ready, click those links in the description box. RPM, I am out. What is going on, gents? It's RPM here, reporting from Mobile Command. Gentlemen, as you can tell by the intro, this will be a waifu video based on the topic that I'm going to cover. Lonnie Spence put out a video a few days ago about a trend that he's noticing in his area. So, of course, I decided to be curious and put my radars on full blast. And yes, I've noticed the same thing in my neck of the woods. So, of course, I decided to do a little searching, and I found a few articles on this topic. Now, the one I'm going to talk about is a tad bit lengthy, so I'm going to be skipping down. This article was published on the 6th of July. So, is no one wearing bras anymore? Gentlemen, this right here, as I titled this video, is yet another desperate attention-seeking ploy. One of my first forays back into the world after being fully vaxxed against Charlie 19 was to visit a cafe in the West Village that I love. Sitting outside at a table, latte in hand, I engaged in my favorite NYC pastime, people watching. As a fashion editor, I adore scanning the streets to see what people outside my little editorial bubble are actually buying and wearing and how they style them. But on this day, what stood out to me more than anything was something that was missing. Not a single woman was wearing a bra. Okay, this is not just a California thing. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I venture to put the number at about 75 to 80%. And it wasn't just those with small busts and backless dresses either. Boobs of all shapes and sizes were clearly hanging loose under everything from silk slip dresses to puff sleeve blouses to thin white t-shirts. And I am not the only person to notice this phenomenon. In the coming days, 4 friends independently and unprompted asked me, quote unquote, "So, are bras officially out? Why is no one wearing them anymore?" I recently discovered multiple Reddit threads posing the same questions. After doing a bit of a deep dive into this growing trend, I think I have some answers. First, many of us got used to going braless or rocking minimalist bralettes regularly during the quarantine. Now that the world is opening back up, there are 2 main post-pandemic attitudes developing towards getting dressed, embracing the glory of a world in which it is okay to wear sweatpants and bike shorts literally everywhere, i.e. Yoga pants. And we all know that is the uniform of the day, as we say in the military, of California, or going all out with revenge outfits that are wonderfully over the top. In both instances, a bra isn't always necessary. Why put on an uncomfortable underwire if you're cozying into an oversized sweatshirt? Why struggle with a backless bra if you're sporting a backless or cutout top? We ain't got time for that, appears to be the motto du jour. Oh boy. Yep. More desperate attention-seeking behavior. Next is the fact that a lot of the most popular tops and dresses for summer 2021 aren't bra-friendly. Backless dresses, dramatic cutouts, scarf tops, and blouses with loose ties at the front, spaghetti straps. None of these work particularly well with a good old-fashioned t-shirt bra or even a strapless one for that matter. Sure, you can wear some sticky boob underneath or try one of the dozen TikTok hacks to transform a regular bra into one that works with an open back blouse, but summer's heat has already skyrocketed, rendering adhesive cutlets, useless, and those viral tricks just never seem to work well with IRL as they do on social media. Life is too short to be bothered by trying to work brasiers in with the latest fashions we adore so much. So why keep attempting to work with them at all? My final hypothesis, and perhaps the most interesting one, is that this is a larger generational shift that won't fade away with our post-pandemic revenge shopping hypes dying down. Millennials got the ball rolling years ago with the quote-unquote free the nipple campaign, arguing that women's nipples should not be deemed vulgar because men simply are attracted to boobs. Here we go with the moral grandstanding. We shouldn't feel ashamed or overly sexualized for going braless and even entering a cold room in an unlined bra. There you go. Generation Z, however, has taken that zeal to another level, embracing the idea of genderless living to a much greater degree. With regards to fashion, they've pushed nearly every sartorial boundary, questioning why certain clothing items such as gender-defining power and what the word flattering really means. Why is it that we're expected to wear bras in the first place? And what are the consequences if we don't? Besides potential back pain. To Generation Z and a growing contingency of other generations too, it shouldn't be a big deal to give your gals a break, no matter your breast size or shape. It doesn't matter that your breasts flop to the sides or resemble a Madonna cone bra rather than conform to the round perky standard of old. In the same way that women of the 60s dared to show their thighs in miniskirts, women of the 80s transformed men's suits into something powerfully feminine, and of course, the original bra burners for more than 50 years ago. Generation Z is standing up to say, I am the only one who can decide whether or when I need to wear a bra. Whether you're sick of strapping your gals in every morning because you want to push back against societal expectations, or you simply got used to the freedom of walking around your home, nipples out, during the pandemic, going braless is now a rather popular choice of action. And we think that one day it's going to be here to stay. So do you, dear reader, though we don't suggest foregoing sports bras unless they're ready to deal with a world of back pain and unfortunately placed chafing. Okay, now that we're done with that malarkey, here is the big thing. Gentlemen, as I've stated before, this is nothing more than desperate attention-seeking behavior. Why? Because more and more men every day are waking up to all the games that women are playing and saying, you know what? I'm not going to play this game anymore. The modern woman has truly lost her value. Everything that used to be alluring and mysterious about women in regards to clothing, they've thrown all that away. Yeah. Ladies, that was one of your biggest powers, was your power of mystery. Back when I was a kid, a lot of women used to wear a lot of bigger clothing. So, of course, a man's curiosity would take over. Yeah. But now, with the way things are now, yoga pants, and now going braless, ladies, you've taken your biggest asset and you've thrown it away. But here is the big thing in regards to us men. Stop the damn hypocrisy. If you're going to do this, do not sit back and try to say that a man is a creep for looking at you with your dials on full display. I've seen this myself. I've noticed this. Yes, a lot of women in my neck of the woods are starting to go completely braless, in tank tops. Yeah, even in the gym, if women are wearing sports bras, they've taken the pad inserts out. They want to make sure that their nips are on full display. But you're the deviant, you're the pervert, you're the predator, may as well say that, if you look and you're not the type of guy that she wants to look at her. It's funny. Actually, no, it's not funny. It's quite sad. That's just another show of desperation. It's like I told my daughter on the last camping trip when we had this topic about female attire. I said, listen, you are an adult. What you put out into the world, you don't get to sit back and cherry pick the consequences. If you come out the house in a mini skirt, a mini dress, and you get attention, you can't get mad when you put yourself out for public consumption and the public decides to consume. Period. See, that's called accountability. You have to be accountable for your actions. And she was like, yeah, I've always understood, Dad. You've always taught me that things that happen to me, if I make a choice, I got to roll with the consequence. So, yeah. I say, cool. But see, here's the big thing. A lot of these women are counting on the simps around them to actually go at guys who would have said, you know what? You need to show a little bit of modesty. You need to cover up. What are you, gay? That's always been their go-to strategy when they wanted to push the bounds of clothing. But now smart men are just saying, you know what? I'm not even going to engage. If you want to dress like this, fine. But the quality of man that you will attract will be a lower quality man. Period. Point blank. Well, read the full article. Let me know what you guys think. Did you see this trend in your neck of the woods? Maybe it's a California thing, but apparently it was everywhere. But now that, it's become a lot colder outside, you're really going to see a lot of women try to take this trend to the next level. But I'm going to reiterate this. Ladies, do you, but you cannot cherry pick the men that you want to put yourself on display for. You walk outside into the world, guess what? The world has every right to look. Just saying. Well, ladies, I want you to understand this. The power will go out one day. Feminism and all of these ploys that you use as desperate attempts to seek attention from men will go out right along with them. Because trust and believe, we men are going to have a long memory. And everything that you've done up to this point has guaranteed you what? A lonely existence. Because the men of quality are not going to take you on, and you're going to despise the simps that you actually end up with. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am